lineage of Jesus Christ. But she had to break the mindsets, the strongholds. She had to get out. She had to tear down some walls of rejection. She had to trust again. She had to trust again. It's hard to trust again when you've been betrayed. It's hard to trust again when somebody has lied to you. It's hard when you've gone through a divorce. Is it going to happen again? Is it going to be better this time? And if you don't change your mindset, you'll enter that marriage with those same things, and you'll be treating him like Lester, and his name's not Lester. You might have David over here, but you want to treat him crazy because of what happened back here. You got to let go of your past. You got to let go of your past. There's secrets you got to let go of. There's things that happened to you have to let go of. There's history you have to let go of. You don't have to forget. I find that it's easier to forgive you than to forget. It's easier to forgive than to forget. Because I do want to remember. Because I don't want to make the mistake again. Let's just be honest. People be like, oh, forgiving is forgetting. You need to remember. The Bible talks about remembering the acts of God. Remembering how he brought you out. Remembering what he did. You got to remember. Because you have to remember so that you can go forward. She had to let go of her past. She had to let go of some secrets. Are all secrets bad? No, not all secrets are bad. But are they holding you captive? What's holding you captive? We talked about earlier about letting go of the bonds and the chains and those things. Letting those things go. What's holding you captive? What really has you in prison? When we go, we minister to the ladies in prison, we talk about that. This is just the walls. These are walls, but this has to change. We tell them that you just can't change your address, but you got to address the change. You got to address the change. You got to change. Otherwise, when you walk out of here, them same people be waiting at the gate for you. Them same demons, the ones that didn't see about you, will still be standing there for you. Rahab went for broke. Then God blesses her and puts her in the line and lineage of Jesus Christ. I mean, a harlot, a hooker, part of a Moabite generation. And you know the Moabites and the Amorites were the descendants of Lot, children of incest. So how does God take something? I don't care how you were born. I don't care how you got here. I don't care if you was an accident. I don't care if you was a mistake. I don't care who slipped. I don't care. How does God take that and turn it around and make it good? How do you become a deliverer? By you getting your deliverance. You got to get free first. You can't help nobody and you bound. You can't help nobody and you haven't got free. You haven't released what has got you bound, because we'll look up and they'll be praying for you. Sometimes I've seen that. I have seen people just stop doing what they do. I saw a worshiper one time just stop worshiping and go down on the floor and just start crying. God is breaking us, breaking us, breaking us, breaking us. And I'm thinking, man, you the worship leader, get up. That's what I'm thinking. He down on the floor. So later on, because I was over the worship team, I said, what was that? You're the leader. He said, but God was breaking us. And I said, what was he breaking? And then as we began to talk, I found out God was breaking him. Because he was watching pornography. And he was trying to shoot that across the airways, and God was breaking him. So I said, so you might need to sit down for a little while, son, till you can get that straight. Because you'll put that in the atmosphere. Do you know that? All your issues, people will be like, okay, well, what is it about her? What is that? You don't really even know what it is. You got issues. Something is on you. And somebody needs to love you enough to say, boo, you're not broke enough. You're preaching with a knife. You cutting folk. That hurts. Rather than preaching in love because you've been delivered. You can't preach out of bitterness. And folks know that. You can't preach out of bitterness. You have to forgive. You have to forgive.